Robyn, stop defending Meri. Stop acting like you're not getting the end. The stick here, I'm not, listen. This is she can take what everybody else doesn't want instead of you ain't taking. The no I don't will you stop he gave you last choice stop it. And then she wanted to change but I bet every single piece. Here is gorgeous, there is nothing like that, it's not like that at all. Well, this is the game. She plays this as the game she's played. She's always played it, she's played it from day one. Hey friends, it's Kody from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. Yesterday, we did a video about Meri Brown and her new business venture, and we talked about all these different reasons why this new worthy up that she has launched is kind of a dicey decision by her, not just because of her background, but of who she's trying to recruit into this, and on top of that, her lack of credentials and her continued ties to polygamy and Kody Brown. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the messiness that's still going on in the Brown family, because this is actually kind of weird to me. Actually, it's very weird. It's a little bit concerning. And I don't know why nothing has been done to this point, because it is on the day of filming this video, May 8th, 2024, Janelle Brown and Kody Brown split up in December of 2021, and Kody and Meri split in the spring of 2022. It has been more than 2 years since both of the women left Kody, and since they have left Kody, neither woman has financially cut themselves off from Kody. While Meri has gone on and started these different projects, she's still financially tied to Kody through multiple businesses, through property, and through looks that the family has together. And some of those looks were actually started in 2021 by Janelle, including Christine. Being a member of that same group, Kody was pretty strategic and very smart about how he did this Flagstaff move. Because really what he did was he took a bunch of women that he wasn't legally married to. He put himself on title of all of the properties. He was on every single one of the properties. They were only on portions of the properties. He owns them as a single, as a married man, and he owns it as separate property to his wife, Robyn. He also was extremely meticulous in how set up these titles, because he did it in a way where it would be hard for the women to leave him, because all of the properties are owned, most of them at least, by 3 separate people if they're not legally married to him in one of the properties. The property that Meri is on, she owns the property not by herself, but with Janelle and with Kody. When they all bought the property, Meri and Christine were never allowed to own property just with Kody. Instead, they were placed on property, Meri with Janelle, and Christine with Robyn. My best guess when this all went down was because I believe Kody knew that Meri and Christine were likely to leave him, and he needed a way to keep them tied to women that he believed would not leave him. I think he believed that Janelle would never leave him, and I think he solidly knew that Robyn was never going to leave, so he's going to put the 2 other women on property with one of their sister wives, so that when they leave, they can't just fight Kody for the money, but they have to their other wife, making the legal process to divide for them to sort of give up and walk away. We know now that Christine refused to do that, and instead she found a way to take the equity from her house, and then she handed over Coyote Pass to Kody and Robyn with a quick claim deed, and said, "You can have it, I don't want it, I'm leaving." Unfortunately for Meri and for Janelle, neither one of them hold any ownership in any homes they have. Meri owns a home in Perrin, Utah. Okay, she has a mortgage on that home, and that's owned separate from all of these other entities and these people. Janelle owns nothing, so Janelle's property that she owns at Coyote Pass are 2 separate parcels, but one parcel is with Kody and Meri, and another parcel is simply just with Kody. When you look at the scope of the family and who actually got along with who and who didn't get along with each other, this is where Kody was extremely intelligent, because Christine was placed on a property with her arch nemesis Robyn. He knew that the 2 of them did not get along for whatever reason. They were placed on that property together, more than likely as sort of to create some sort of like rivalry for the property, fight over the property, and then also believing if Christine left, she would have to fight Robyn for that property. Not just him, but Robyn. When it comes to Meri, we all know that Meri and Janelle did not get along. They still do not get along to this day. And so now, Meri and Janelle have left, and they both own the same parcel of land. And so not only do they have to fight Kody for that land, but they also have to fight each other. And we already know that Meri and Janelle do not communicate, don't speak. So nothing is happening on this property. And it's almost as though he intentionally did it this way because it is so hard for them to get out of it, because they can't divide it easily. Kody has his name on every piece of property. He is the only one that has his name on every piece of property. Janelle gets 2 parcels with Kody. Robyn has, I think, 3 or 4 with Kody, and then with other people, and then MERI has 1 just with Kody and Janelle. Mind you, he needed MERI to help pay for that property, so in all, for all intents and purposes, it is more than likely that the parcel that MERI owns jointly with Janelle, she likely paid for, I guess, based on how they did their finances when the family was all together, is sort of relevant, 'cause I think they all just pulled things together and pushed things out. But we know that MERI was one of the biggest breadwinners of the family because she was shilling Lulo and at the time was top tier, making more money than anyone else in the family from all these moms and having a lot of success with it today. It's 2024 and Coyote Pass is just sitting there. It is completely paid off. They paid it off last spring in June of 2023. It has been paid off in full for more than a year. There has been no permits pulled. There has been no property put up for sale. There has been no division of the property, no documents filed to divide the property to say, hey, I might want off of this. They are still at a stalemate to this day over that property. There's absolutely no plans to build. Their building is at this point not even on the mark on the map for MERI. She doesn't live in Flagstaff anymore. Janelle has recently moved half of her time to North Carolina, and it seems highly unlikely that at this point, given that she's now formed a business with her daughter Madison in North Carolina, that she would be interested in building on Coyote Pass. The only person that remains in Flagstaff is Kody with Robyn. So not only do Kody and Robyn own their house, which they have a mortgage on, but they own all of these parcels, but then they still have the other women on there. Kody could do the honorable thing with this and buy them out by buying them out, giving them the equity for their portion of the property, and then having them leave. But it's going to be MERI that gets the shaft the most because Janelle would get 50-50 on a parcel that she owns with Kody, but then MERI would only get a third of what she would be due on that property, and then Janelle gets a third, so Janelle ends up getting more equity from the property than MERI would. It's wild if you think about it. So Kody's holding them hostage on Coyote Pass and keeping them financially bound, and the women are so financially naive and groomed to be scared of legal and lawyers, and Kody's always lying to them about the property. So Kody has them exactly where he wants them because technically they have left him, but they are still like an inch away from him and underneath within a reach of like being able to control them again. He's always got that like those talons on to get that money back, his worker bees back, and he's not doing what most men and women do in a divorce and dividing assets and dividing property. And there hasn't been any legal documents filed for this. There hasn't been any lawsuits filed for this. There hasn't been anything. And they haven't tried to sell it. The easiest way to get this all said and done would be to sell the property and divide the equity equally between the parties that remain on all of the property, like all the parcels. There's 4 left, do it equally. Kody and Robyn are a unit because they are married, so they get a third. Janelle, it's a third, and MERI gets a third. That would be, in my opinion, the most like fair way to divide this. And no, Kody and Robyn don't each get a fourth. They're considered one unit and one family. Robyn already has a home with the rest by herself that they don't have, and when you were married as a unit, that's how it works, so that's how I would do it, but these women still haven't done that, so Kody's controlling them through that. He's also controlling them through businesses. Kody Brown Entertainment, the Entertainment LLC still is active in Arizona. It was dissolved in the state of Nevada, so it doesn't exist in Nevada, it doesn't exist in Utah, but it still remains active and valid in the state of Arizona. MERI and Janelle and Christine are all on that business with him. On top of that, Janelle Brown opened a business in September of 2021, NYTK LLC, some sort of retail operation. She's on that business, MERI's on that business, and Christina's on that business, so they're still on businesses with Kody as well. And then here's why I completely shut the door on, even though she says she has, I don't think she has, even though she's dated, I don't think she's shut that off completely because she has a business called Ember Enterprises LLC. It's her clothing business. When she had to file a renewal in the state of Arizona, she recently updated a renewal and she kept the address in Flagstaff. She didn't keep the address in Utah where she actually lives. So her clothing business, that the Lulu stuff that she sells, she's saying that she's the Arizona resident, and she's using an Arizona P.O. box, the same O-box location that Kody and Robyn are also jointly using for several of their businesses, so I don't think MERI is as disconnected as it seems, even though he wants nothing to do with her, even though she says it's over, even though he says it's over. MERI has no reason to stay in Flagstaff. She doesn't need to stay in Flagstaff. There's no reason for her business and Enterprises LLC to renew an address and update their address in Flagstaff in April of this year. By this point, she should have it transferred to the state of Utah or form it in Utah and transfer it there, which she has a branch of it open in Utah. So it gives me this idea that she hasn't taken off the table, that she could potentially maybe move back at some point to Flagstaff. Nell has this business with all of them. Christine's still on it, which is still again weird. Christina's the most separated from all of them, but Kody is not letting MERI and JANELLE really move.